guys? It's a girl antisocial. And if you're new, if you're new subscriber, yes, the camera's off. I like it better that way, so listen to my voice. Excuse my voice, I just woke up. It's really like 6, 7 a.m. And welcome to the Diddy series, okay? The first topic is Cassie. Cassie's the first topic. We're going to see the energy between Cassie and Diddy's relationship. We're going to be using tarot cards and romance angel oracle cards. And this is also an intuitive tarot reading. I'm going to be using my psychic intuition. I'm going to be telling y'all what I hear, what I see. And excuse me if I stutter. So if you guys don't know, last night, Cassie settled. She settled. They both settled. She accused him of some shit, of abuse, a bunch of abuse. Sex trafficking, all that other shit. And he settled. Now we're gonna see if this shit sticks, because intuitively, I'm being told that it's not. I'm being told that this is not the 90s. And I'm being told that intuitively he could try to make her sign another NDA. But this NDA, if she signs this, her story's never getting told. And that's something that she cares about. She cares about, I keep hearing daughters. She cares about her daughters. She wants her story to be told. So we're going to see if this is truly done, if this is really over with. Her husband is also very angry. Very angry at Diddy. Very, very, very petty. Very fight this type of energy. Very warrior type of energy. We're also going to see the energy between Cassie and Kim Porter, too. Or maybe I should do that in another reading. Hold on. I'll think about it. So, Spirit, is the war, because I'm calling this a war. That's what it is. Is the war between Diddy and Cassie over? Is this really over? This is a war. This is just the beginning. Like, I keep hearing somebody repeat, this is not over. This is not the 90s. It's a woman. She's like, this is not over. This is not the 90s. She refers to him as Puffy. We're Puffy. He's gonna get away with shit. This is not the 90s. And she's saying she was close to him. Like, this is not the 90s. Is this war between Diddy and Cassie over? Is she really settling? Give me nothing but the true, Spirit. I just keep hearing this is not the 90s. This is not the 90s. This is not the 90s. This is not the early 2000s. This is not the 90s. And she's making fun of his name, Brother Love. She's like, he always has a new stupid name. He's had a lot of women cross his life, alive and dead. So Kim Porter is not the only woman that is deceased that was in his life. Okay, with the Knight of Swords on the back of the deck, I'm gonna say this shit is not over. We have the King of Cups, we have the World card, we have the King of Swords. Okay, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, my bad. So with the Knight of Swords in the back of the deck, this war is definitely not over. It talks about someone being very hostile and wanting answers to something, okay? Being hostile, wanting answers, seeking truth, being assertive. So I feel like that's more so towards the public eye, wanting to know what the fuck is the truth or not, wanting more answers, wanting this man to be exposed. They want Diddy to be exposed. They don't give a fuck. And with the King of Cups, I feel like this is Diddy now. He's more of a wise person, kinder person. He's trying to persuade himself as this lover guy. Um, this lover guy now that is all about family and his kids or whatnot. You know, he's more emotionally stable, or he's trying to basically prove that he is emotionally stable and that he's more empathic and that he is normal and there's nothing wrong with him. And with the World card, it talks about celebration. And it basically talks about celebration, successful completion. So he's basically gotten what he's wanted in terms of what he wanted out of this situation, like in this settlement, right? It talks about him getting what he wanted, which basically her shutting the fuck up. And with the King of Swords and the Four of Swords, it talks about him really laying low and checking himself and thinking about things from his past. I'm hearing like intuitively thinking about all. So this woman is being smart. She's like thinking about all the women, all the people he's gonna have to pay. It's like whoever this is, he fucked them over, and she's like, yes, he did. It talks about him resting, him looking at shit from a different perspective, and him laying low, right? So he got what he wanted, right? For now. And the person just keeps on saying this is not the 90s. But the Seven of Wands, it talks about somebody being naive and this almost being like forced, rushed. The Eight of Pentacles talks about still working on something. The Star card talks about healing, hope, freedom. I feel like this represents Cassie, Seven of Wands, her being naive, and her kind of being defensive, assertive. This is war type energy, but her still being nervous. You guys have to understand, Diddy, Puffy, they want me to refer to him as Puffy. Puffy put her through a lot. He put Cassie through a lot, and she still has trauma, and she's still shaky. She didn't want to do this. She had to do this. And it talks about her still working on something with the Eight of Pentacles. She's still working on something, so this is not over. And with the Star card, it talks about her healing, her having hope for the future. And the Moon card, it talks about her still living in an illusion. Lots of secrets because of this Scorpio. She still has demons because of this man. She still lives her life in an illusion because of this man. She still is trapped. The Seven of Swords, it talks about him being very strategic, him being patient. It talks about him cheating his way out of this. Talks about him deception. So there's something that Diddy isn't being truthful about to Cassie. We're gonna see if she's gonna find out, but he's being very deceptive. He's being very deceiving. There's two types. There's two sides to Diddy. There's King of Cups and there's King of Swords, and everything is not what it seems. He's being deceptive. He's changing the narrative to the public eye. Okay. This is crazy. And with the Nine of Cups, it talks about contentment. The Eight of Cups talks about walking away from this situation. And the Judgment card talks about redemption. So he's going to... Puffy is going to basically be content about this. Walk away from the situation and try to redeem himself in the public eye. So don't be surprised if he pulls bullshit. If Brother Love tries to basically do shit from the kindness of his heart, parade his fucking children. This parade his fucking children and act like he is this holy vow person. Okay, whoever this woman is, she is not the mother of his kids, because she's kind of like insulting the children too. She's insulting the children. So this is not the mother of his child. This is not someone, this is not that. This is somebody that he betrayed, and she does not like him. She does not like his family, and she's disrespecting the children. She is basically describing them as preppy, worshiping their father type of children. And I feel like she's referring to the daughters. No. She says the sons too. So everybody. And she's saying F his mom. We got the Three of Wands, the Temperance card. Yeah, it talks about, this is not over. With the Three of Wands, it talks about Cassie moving forward. Something is coming out with Cassie. Something else is going to come out. Something else about Cassie is going to come out. What was put out is further from the truth. With the Temperance card, it talks about balance. It talks about Diddy feeling like he has everything under control. In the Page of Pentacles, it talks about a money opportunity. And with the Death card, it talks about new beginnings, the start of something new. And the Five of Swords talks about Diddy. Five of Swords and the Four of Wands talks about Diddy feeling defeated. Him feeling defeated and walking away from this. And with the Four of Wands, it talks about Cassie being supported by her. She's being supported by too many people. Celebration, special events. So we're gonna see what's gonna come out. We're gonna see what's gonna come out, because with the Four of Cups, it talks about Diddy having empathy, being disconnected. The Strength card and the Six of Wands, Cassie keeping her head up high. We're gonna see what the fuck is Cassie gonna come out with. What's she gonna come out with? Because this is just the beginning of the war. Spirit. So now that we know he's basically manipulating the public eye and isn't being honest about every fucking thing, we're gonna see what Cassie's gonna come out with. Spirit, what is Cassie coming out with? Because the Three of Wands came out. What is Cassie coming out with? And her song, Official Girl, keeps on playing like in my head. Probably because I was listening to it. What is Cassie coming out with, Spirit? I'm not going to say what else the person is saying. But the woman is basically, she keeps on saying like this is not the 90s. He can't get away with this. It's not the 90s. And she's making like, she says brother love in like a funny way. Brother love. This is so funny. Why the fuck? She says J-Lo would gladly speak out. What is Cassie coming out with? I'm getting like, I'm being told a book, a documentary, a movie. What is Cassie coming out with? Maybe like a Lifetime movie or like a Netflix movie. Something about her life. Two of Wands in the back of the deck. Cassie is coming out with something artistic, something that's going to, future plans, choice. she's going to be partnering up with somebody. Partnering up with somebody, and it's going to be a new opportunity for her in her career. She's going to have an investor, business partners. I feel like maybe like a documentary about her life, a book, a documentary, a movie, a book about her life. I'm giving Ike and Tina Turner vibes. So I'm being showed Ike and Tina Turner. We got the Ten of Wands. Maybe like somebody that looks like Zendaya playing her. We got the Ten of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Four of Wands. So what is Cassie coming out with? Ooh. We got the Two of Cups. Talks about her being supported by her husband. So with the Ten of Wands, talks about Cassie having a lot on her plate. Having a lot on her plate, and talks about her being overwhelmed. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why she could have settled, because she's very overwhelmed. She didn't expect, even though she's Cassie, she didn't expect for this to be as big as it is. And she didn't expect to get the support that she's gotten. And it talks about her taking too many tasks at once and being burnt out already. And with the Page of Cups, it talks about this opportunity being given to her and her taking it. And with the Four of Wands, her being supported by her family, her husband with the Two of Cups, Six of Cups, love messages. But with the Seven of Wands, it talks about her being a little naive and kind of forcing herself to kind of rush and move on. And this Three of Pentacles talks about her cooperating. Okay. And the Fool card talks about her moving very recklessly. And the Four of Swords talks about retreating on something. We got the Strength card, the King of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. But her still working on something too. So this is basically... This is the agreement with Diddy, basically. It's basically showing me the agreement with Diddy, her being naive, her taking this bait, and Three of Pentacles coming up with some type of agreement. But with the Fool card, it shows a reckless move. Four of Swords, which is Diddy's energy, Strength card, King of Swords. Eight of Pentacles, her working on something though, anyway. And as I move forward, Seven of Swords talks about, once again, Diddy lying to the public eye, him being very strategic, him not keeping it 100. Okay. Oh my God. And then we got the Star card, healing. Cassie's on a healing journey from this Scorpio. She's on a healing journey from Diddy. Star card, Moon card. She's on a healing journey from Diddy. She's going to be healing in the public eye. Okay. And Ace of Swords, there is conflict coming. There's more conflict coming ahead. Do not believe the media. Do not believe the media. It's like CNN right now. It is like CNN. It is being controlled. It is being twisted. It is being changed. It is being bamboozled. Okay? Cassie is still coming out with something. There's something that is still going to... She's working on something as we speak. And she only settled because... Well, it's not even giving really settled. It's giving that they've came to an agreement, but he's twisting everything. And with the Seven of Wands, that talks about her being naive at first, and she was overwhelmed with shit. But there's still shit coming out. Eight of Pentacles, she's still working on something. There's something coming out. And he's trying to twist the public eye. He's trying to bait the public eye. With the Ace of Swords, there is going to be conflict for Diddy in the future. Few days, few weeks, clarity. There's going to be a new truth coming out about Diddy. The truth is going to come out, and that's going to cause conflict. And with the Eight of Cups and the Devil, Talks about someone walking away from this conflict and kind of changing themselves. And the devil talks about an addiction, codependency. The Knight of Swords talks about someone being defensive, somebody being on defensive mode, very assertive to protect themselves. The Emperor card, this is Diddy's energy. The Temperance card, balance. Okay. Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands. There's something that Cassie is coming out with. There's something that's coming out. Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, Eight of Swords. There's something that's coming out. Do not believe the fucking media right now. It's CNN. It's CNN. There's this Ace of Wands. There's something that's coming out. Could be a movie. Could be a fucking album shit. Could be a fucking book. But Cassie, there's something coming out with the Ace of Wands. And the Eight of Swords, Diddy is going to feel trapped. He's going to feel like he doesn't want to be a part of this. He's going to be stuck. The Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands talks about, and the Death card talks about this changing a lot of shit. With the Knight of Cups, it talks about this opportunity being given, this forefront being given to Cassie. And with the Three of Wands, there's this Queen of Cups that's going to offer Cassie something. And the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Ace of Wands is this opportunity, this movie, this book, this forefront, this documentary, something. I wouldn't be surprised if Oprah, if Oprah or Gail or somebody big gives this opportunity. And Eight of Swords talks about Diddy feeling trapped. The Knight of Cups talks about this person giving her this opportunity. Like, I have a better opportunity for you. And with the Three of Wands, it talks about her moving forward. And the Death card, this changing shit. So, this is not over. And while this is happening, it talks about Diddy redeeming himself. Okay, so while that shit's happening, while this Three of Wands, while Cassie is working on a book, a movie, whatever, documentary, some shit, Diddy is going to be trying to redeem himself in the public eye with the Judgment card and the Page of Pentacles. He's going to try to fucking redeem himself. He's going to be trying to redeem himself. Okay, he's going to be trying to buy his way out of this. And with the Ten of Swords, that's not going to work because it talks about betrayal, hurt, and the Hierophant. It talks about the Hierophant, Ten of Swords, him being betrayed. And with the Hierophant, it talks about hold on, guys. With the Hierophant, it talks about tradition. Okay, him being betrayed by somebody that he thought he was cool with. It talks about him on a traditional path move. And it talks about him changing and studying up a new subject. So he's going to be getting involved in other shit. Okay, he's going to be switching it up and getting involved in other shit. And we got the Queen of Wands. We got the Knight of Wands. We got the... There's something coming out, bro. Cassie, don't believe that hype. It's CNN. Don't believe the fucking hype, bro. Don't believe it. Like, I'm starting to question if she really settled. Or if they are in the beginning process of that and he is just manipulating the public eye. And... because something else is coming out. Knight of Wands. Something else is coming out about Cassie. And with the Six of Swords, it talks about Diddy moving forward and kind of... Oh, and then Five of Wands talks about arguments, fighting, the Tower card, big blowout. Yeah, the Nine of Wands, guarded. Something else is going to come out about Diddy. Yep. This is not the end, y'all. This is... The public eye could drag Cassie too with the Five of Wands because they were perpetrated by the media because of Sugar Combs, Puffy. So it's like they're gonna be confused. They're gonna be like, what? Huh? Whoa. There's something still coming out, documentary, book, and someone's gonna give Cassie a better opportunity, a better forefront to do this. Let me see, Spirit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're going to be using the Romance Angel Oracle cards to describe the relationship between Cassie and Diddy when they first got together. Now that we know that something is still coming out, Spirit, what was the beginning of Cassie and Diddy's relationship like? We're going to be using the Romance Angel Oracle cards to kind of give us that answer. Because if I use tarot cards, it's only going to give me... it's going to give me details. I don't want fucking details, okay? It's going to give me, like, little details. And I just want straightforward answers right now. I'm probably going to pull out a different set of oracle cards, too. What was the beginning of Cassie and Diddy's relationship like? Oh, the past... Okay, so 2 cards fell out. Past life, relationship, and deception. So right away, it's either they did have a past life relationship. They've known each other before in the past. So in their past lives, they were with each other too. The deception came out. It's either Diddy was deceiving someone else while being with Cassie, or he was deceiving Cassie. So he wasn't being honest up front. What was the beginning of Cassie and Diddy's relationship like? He wasn't being honest with her. Very soon, clearly decide what you want. Yeah, it talks about her dealing with someone else, him dealing with someone else. The reconciliation talks about them meeting again. So pay attention to the red flags. She ignored the red flags that her ancestors wanted her to pay attention to. Codependency, there was drugs. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romance life. Yep. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And then she kind of went in this shit delusional. She thought that she would kind of be married to this man. We got the wedding card. We got to let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. And then calling in your soulmate. Yeah, it's giving very delusional vibes. Very delusional. Okay, Spirit, what was the middle of Cassie and Diddy's relationship like? What was describe the in-between of Cassie and Diddy's relationship, and then we're gonna get to the end. We got the separation vibes off and on. He spent times apart from her, getting to know each other, worth waiting for, trust, children, and this could be the one. Make the effort. So in the middle of their relationship, it talks about them still getting to know each other, trying to bond. It's kind of like she became codependent on him in a bonding way, like him in a Stockholm syndrome way. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. It talks about her waiting on this man, but it also talks about her feeling like at the time she wasted years on this man, you know? So she felt like this was what she was supposed to do. Trust. And it could also talk about them separating and then getting back together. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. She had to have trust in herself. Children. There could have been pregnancies. I'm getting miscarriages, abortions. And this could be the one. You already met your romantic partner. He was already dealing with someone right in front of him besides Cassie that he was supposed to, I guess, marry. He never did. Make the effort with religious factors. Keep an open mind that your soulmate may differ from your type of expectations. And flirting with other people. So he was fucking with other people in the middle of the relationship. She felt like at one point he felt like this was his soulmate, or she felt like that. It was just very confusing vibes. They definitely were supposed to have children though. And what was the end? He would leave her for a certain amount of time. Like, she would be by herself for a long time. Spirit, what was the end of Diddy's and Cassie's relationship like? And I don't know why, but when I thought of that, I thought of J-Lo's song, Love Don't Cost a Thing. Where like, where like she was explaining that she was like not getting the attention that she deserved. Is that song about Diddy? Or is it about Ben Affleck? I don't know. But that's what came up in my mind. Like, he did the same thing to J-Lo. He would leave J-Lo for a long amount of time. What was the end of Cassie and Diddy's relationship like? Yeah, J-Lo got dirt on him too. J-Lo has dirt on this man because that's weird. That's crazy as fuck how I got that. Also, I don't feel bad for Caresha. Please don't ask me to do a reading on him and Caresha. I don't give a fuck. I did him in Young Miami, and I predicted that they were gonna get back together. I don't really want to do him in Young Miami. Young Miami is ignorant as fuck. We have chemistry in the back of the deck. At the end of their relationship, it's given that they were getting along. Oh, passion, children, deception. She was pregnant. Cassie was supposed to have children with Diddy. At least 2 kids, at least 2 or 3 children. And I'm getting miscarriages, abortions, but they did have a passionate relationship. She was supposed to have children with this man. He cheated on her, very deceptive energy he could even express your love, unrequited love. So even though it's kind of like at one moment he was lovey-dovey to her, and then there wasn't enough chemistry or attraction to keep this relationship going. They tried to work it out, give your relationship a chance. Honeymoon. He even took her on vacations or sent her on vacations. She could have left and came back. Reconciliation. Finances and careers. Financial issues are a problem. He could have had issues and wasn't giving her enough money. Attraction, retreat. It's time to disconnect for the world. Yeah, she left. Let her friends help you forgiving and learning. And then she met somebody else because this could be the one. But codependency, she had drug problems. Release your ex. Yeah, healing family issues, calling in your soulmate. I think Cassie's husband is her soulmate. And yep, because I got after release your ex, healing family issues, calling in your soulmate, past life relationships, trust yourself, make the effort. So he was trying to still romance Cassie, but we got the flirt. She was flirting with others and free yourself and let go of control issues. By the time Diddy let go of his control issues, Cassie was flirting with someone else, freeing herself. Okay, then he let go of the control issues. Keep an open mind. Keep an open mind that your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. Your feelings are worth really exploring. She was already She already met someone else. It was too late. Because we have new love. A new person has stirred in your romantic feelings. Yep. It is safe for you to love. Soulmate. She met her husband. She met her husband at the time of that Diddy was starting to let go of control issues. When Diddy was starting to let her have freedom. That's when she met Alex Fine. And he changed her life. That's her soulmate. He changed her life. He changed her life. So that's what their relationship was like. And I'm getting intuitively, Cassie had to work to get to where she was at. She had to work her ass off. She worked for her position. She didn't earn it. She worked for her position. Intuitively, their relationship wasn't even considered a relationship until like damn near 2 years in. 2-3 years. She had to work for that position. And she is telling the truth. There was drugs. There was lots of cheating. Let's see. Okay, Spirit. What is the... Tell me something about Cassie and Diddy's relationship when they were together. Describe... Okay, no. Sorry, guys. Spirit, describe the beginning of Cassie and Diddy's relationship. Now I'm using the Romance Angel Oracle cards. Describe the beginning of Cassie and Diddy's relationship. I'm not going to pick out too many cards. Describe the beginning of Cassie and Diddy's relationship. Okay, the Three of Pentacles in reverse popped out. The Nine of Pentacles popped out. The Wheel of Fortune popped out. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles popped out. The Wheel of Fortune. Spirit, describe Cassie and Diddy's relationship in the beginning. Okay, cards are flying out. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. We have the Chariot card. Spirit, describe Cassie and Diddy's relationship. And see if another card will fly out. In this case, I am using cards that flies out. Usually I wouldn't, but I feel like with this energy... What was the beginning of Cassie and Diddy's relationship like? Okay. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse... that talks about burnt out, lack of confidence. So Cassie was very insecure. Cassie was very insecure. I mean, she was 19. The fuck? So I'm not surprised. She was very insecure. Talks about lacks of confidence, being overwhelmed, kind of shy. He basically made her step out of her comfort zone. She was working a lot because this was the beginning of her career. And it talks about her pushing herself very hard. Okay, so she was deep into her career. She was all about her career. And she was also very insecure. And she lacked confidence. Okay, she lacked confidence. With the Nine of Pentacles, it talks about her. He gave her this luxury lifestyle. It talks about him giving her this luxury lifestyle. And her basically seeing it as success, wealth. It also talks about she loved herself more. Like, even though she was insecure, she loved herself more. At the time, he was showing value. He was trying to prove himself as a solid partner. But with the Nine of Pentacles, he was still like acting single. The Wheel of Fortune, this was a cycle. She's not the first naive girl that he picked. Okay, she wasn't the first one. But the Six of Swords in reverse, it basically talks about them having difficulties. Her basically it talks about shit being delayed, and her basically talks about their relationship being delayed. Like, they were supposed to be a couple, an item. They were supposed to be something, but shit got delayed. Shit got delayed because Diddy couldn't really move on from a situation that he was in. I'm getting this is Kim Porter. So his situation with Cassie was delayed because of Kim Porter. So whatever plans he had with Cassie was put into a halt. She was not looked at as a girlfriend at first. She had, like I said before, intuitively, she had to earn that. Even though he planned for her to be his girlfriend at first, that wasn't the case. And it was because he was having difficulties getting out of a relationship before her. With the Chariot card, it talks about him still pursuing her anyway. Okay? Talks about him still pursuing her anyway. Him still doing stuff anyway with her. So that was the beginning of his relationship with Cassie. Okay, guys. Now, tell me, Spirit, what was the middle? When they actually became an item, and Cassie and Diddy became an item, what was the relationship like? When Cassie and Diddy became an item, Spirit, what was the relationship like? I said album. Okay. Ten of Wands in the back of the deck. She was already burnt out. Cassie was burnt out. Felt like it was okay. So Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. By the time they became an item, Cassie, with the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the High Priestess, the Page of Swords, and the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Wands, but the Ten of Wands at the back of the deck, it talks about him looking at Cassie more as somebody that he takes care of. Kind of like how he views his son, Justin Combs. He viewed Cassie in that same light, which is kind of weird as fuck. Somebody that he takes care of, kind of like a burden. With the Knight of Pentacles, it talks about him providing for her. Nine of Swords, her having a lot of trauma, anxiety. High Priestess, her basically praying, being very religious. The Page of Swords talks about gossip surrounding the relationship and him trying to work it out with her. Seven of Cups, him leading her into temptation. You know how usually it just talks about him leading her into temptation, like drugs, money, sex, and her trying to figure out a way out of it. Knight of Wands, the Judgment card talks about forgiveness. Her always trying to escape made their relationship better in a fucked up way. Like it made the relationship continue. Every time she tried to escape, it made the relationship continue. It made him want her more. And it's crazy because it's almost like I'm seeing her as a prisoner. The Judgment card talks about him redeeming himself. The King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles, The Hermit card. A lot of this stuff was happening on the low. The public eye didn't know that she was trying to escape. The Magician card talks about, yeah, she was trying to escape and to get her life together. Six of Cups, he would always come back and romance her. Eight of Cups, there definitely could have been a pregnancy. She could have been pregnant. The Fool card talks about him moving reckless when he found out that she was pregnant. So he could have caused her to lose the kid. The Nine of Cups talks about contentment, partying, lots of partying. Eight of Swords, someone feeling trapped. Feeling like this shit isn't worth it. Hierophant, but even though they feel like this isn't worth it, they have a commitment. Five of Wands, lots of fights. Lots of fights between him and Cassie. Lots of fights. Arguments. Page of Cups, and then after he would fight her, he would give her a love message. He would spoil her or send her somewhere. The Queen of Swords, the Moon card, the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. It talks about her being under his control, mind games, mind control, illusion. Four of Pentacles, him keeping her isolated. And Ten of Swords, him betraying her, hurting her, basically. Three of Pentacles, and he would work it out with her. And Six of Swords, they would move on. And the Devil, codependency, sex, drugs, money, codependency, basically. So it was hell. Page of Pentacles, Chariot card. He looked at her as the prize. Chariot card, perseverance, and he would act single. This relationship was hell. Okay. This relationship was very hell. Do I really need to do the end of it? I don't. We already know what happened. Now we're gonna see what was the relationship like between Cassie and Kim Porter. So we're just gonna see, Spirit, what was the relations between Cassie and Kim Porter? I don't feel like we need to ask about the end of the relationship with Diddy. I feel like it has no importance. We already know what happens. Like, Kim dies and then she goes. And we already know from the Oracle cards that he was starting to try to teach, to treat Cassie better at the end of the relationship, and she didn't. So, Spirit, what was the relationship between the Empress card in reverse fell out? What was the relationship between Cassie and Kim Porter? I'm gonna just leave that there because it just fell out. I'm being told to put it back. Okay. I'm being heard we didn't have one, so I'm still gonna shuffle. What was the relationship between Cassie and Kim Porter? What was the relationship between Cassie and Kim Porter, Spirit? I have the Five of Cups in the back of the deck. There's a lot of regret. Somebody has regret. Somebody is mourning. Somebody has regret. I feel like Cassie has a lot of regret in terms of her situation with Kim Porter. We have the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Swords. I'm being told intuitively we didn't have a relationship. I'm going to just tell you guys what I'm being told. We didn't have a relationship. And I'm not going to say that. With the Seven of Wands, the energy I'm kind of getting from Kim Porter intuitively, spiritually, is defense mode. But she's saying she's not defensive. I'm not defensive. I'm just keeping it real type vibes. She wants me to say this. She's kind of saying Cassie ruined her family. She came in between me and Puffy, basically. So she's saying that Cassie came in between her and Puffy, and there was a lot of fights, there was a lot of arguments, there was a lot of domestic violence between me and Puffy over Cassie. It was like polygamy. It was like a third party relationship, what she's saying. She was like my girlfriend. But we didn't fuck with each other. She stayed over there, I stayed over here. I keep hearing little girl. So she's referring to her as like little girl. And at some point, I'm hearing like I did feel bad for her. He abused her so bad. He did something in front of the kids because she sang in front of the kids. So, like in front of our sons, he would like belittle her or some shit. It was very humiliating. And there were multiple other women that I also didn't fuck with. So I'm hearing 3. In total, he had like 3 women that was in rotation with Cassie. And the cards, what I'm getting in the cards, I got the 7 of Wands, which talks about somebody being naive, kind of like forcing the situation, being naive. 9 of Wands, holding their ground. Ace of Swords, conflict here. The Knight of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the King of Pentacles, which basically talks about someone being naive and standing their ground and not being trustworthy. Ace of Swords, that causing conflict. Knight of Pentacles, him trying to fix a situation. Judgment, Hermit card, the Hangman, the 2 of Swords, avoidance. So, wow, my intuition was right. There was no real relationship between Kim and Cassie. Because it talks about isolation, Hermit, keeping everything private, and the Hangman, different perspective, and 2 of Swords, avoidance. So Cassie's naiveness and her standing her ground is what caused conflict, and Diddy would try to butter her up, and basically keep both women in separate directions. So intuitively, my intuition, I guess you could say in channeling Kim Porter or just getting what the fuck she's trying to say is correct. She didn't have a relationship with Cassie, because Cassie's naiveness, and Kim didn't like that. Diddy would keep Cassie and Kim in 2 separate directions. And as I continue to pull out cards, I get the 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, and the Page of Swords, which basically talks about him handling both women. A 6 of Cups, him catering to someone from his past, which is Kim Porter, and the Page of Swords, him basically catering to someone else, which is Cassie. Ace of Pentacles, contentment, King of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, money being involved. All right. 2 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. It talks about with the 2 of Cups, it's like he felt like he was in a relationship with both women, but one was looked at as a burden with the 10 of Wands, or one was burnt out. Cassie was very burnt out, and Yeah, it talks about him giving to both women. Yep. Wow. She has a very raspy, like Kim Porter has kind of like a raspy voice. They didn't have a relationship. Damn. She says she wasn't important to me. Beautiful girl, but I had my own life to live. I don't like being around abuse. And he abused me enough, so it just talks about her wanting to separate. She just wanted she wanted no parts. So there wasn't really a real relationship between Cassie and Kim Porter. Any message? How does Kim Porter's spirit feels about this? Can I get that? She says she's definitely haunting him. He knows he did me dirty. This isn't even about the money. This isn't about wealth. This is about my children. This is about my girls knowing the truth. And then she starts to kind of like cry. This is about my girls knowing the truth. This is about my son having freedom. This is about my kids being who they want to be. I'm fighting for my children. He's not gonna win this. So she's I'm not gonna say that. What else I'm getting? She wants better for her kids. She wants better for her kids. And she's saying the industry is not a safe place. She's saying I don't want my kids being pushed under him. I don't want my girls being pushed under him. And she's kind of like crying. He's going to sell them to the highest bidder. Allegedly. I don't want them going down that path. So she's fighting for her children. She's basically saying, I'm going to do everything to ruin his reputation, to protect my kids. You guys remember that scene with Joe Jackson where the guy that played Joe Jackson, you guys ever saw Jackson's American Dream, where Joe Jackson is basically telling Catherine, I want to get my kids out of Indiana. I want to get my kids out of this, out of that. It's kind of like the same scene with this woman. Like in my head, she's basically crying and saying she wants to get her kids out of here, out of this, out of that. So she's basically fighting and fighting to get her children out of the industry. Kim Porter does not want her children in the industry. She doesn't want her daughters in the industry. And she's saying he knew this. She's saying he knew this. She's saying I raised them better than this. So she doesn't want her kids being pushed out. She's saying she doesn't want her kids sold, basically. She's saying modeling the right way. She wants them to go to school. She wants them to college, education, travel. I forgot the question. Okay, how does Kim Porter feel about this situation spiritually, Spirit? Give me nothing but the truth. How does Kim Porter feel about this spiritually, Spirit? Let's see what the tarot cards say. How does Kim Porter feel about this situation spiritually, Spirit? Ace of Swords, the Fool card, the King of Swords. The Empress. The Knight of Pentacles. With the tarot cards, I'm basically just getting... It's kind of like she's basically... Through the tarot cards, she's not telling me how she feels. So intuitively, I got how she feels. But with the tarot cards, she's just sending me... She's showing me more conflict. There's more conflict coming for Diddy with the Ace of Swords and the Fool card because of his reckless moves. So basically, spiritually do tarot cards, Kim Porter is basically showing that there's more conflict coming for Diddy. Because we got the Ace of Swords and the Fool card. And she does show up as the Empress. The Knight of Pentacles, it talks about him trying to pay his way out of this too. And the Hermit card, to keep this quiet. The Two of Pentacles, him trying to figure out how to handle this shit. The Strength card and the Tower card, which talks about it all crumbling down. So there's more conflict for Diddy. Him being naive with the Seven of Wands and committed to keeping this a secret with the Hierophant. Trying to fake change himself. King of Wands. Six of Swords. Trying to move on from the situation. Eight of Wands. Gossip about this Ace of Wands. He's going to try to put out something to dismiss everything. Or something is going to come out about Diddy. Something about Diddy. Eight of Wands. Three of Wands. It's already in motion. Nine of Swords. He's having trauma about it. Seven of Cups. He's going to try to stop it. Page of Swords. Gossip. Five of Pentacles. He's going to lose a lot of money. Diddy's going to lose a lot of money. Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Him being very strategic, sneaky. Seven of Pentacles being very patient. There's a lot of shit coming out about Diddy. So she's basically showing me Diddy's future. Let me see if I could try to channel her intuitively again. How do you feel? How does Kim Porter feel about this situation? Again, intuitively. How does she feel about this? Intuitively. She's saying, like the other women said, this is not the 90s. And I'm going to do everything to protect my children. I don't want them in the industry. I don't want them being sold. I don't want them being beaten. I don't want them going to nasty men. I want them to get an education. I want them to find themselves. I don't like them being snobby. I want better for my kids. They don't believe the news. They will see for themselves that their father is a monster. Nobody is going to protect my children, my kids. My son has an addiction. That girl is no good for him. She wants to be me. She's not his mother. I'm tired. I can't say that about his daughters. She said something about her daughters being sold. Diddy's keeping all this money. My kids are getting nothing. He buys them stuff, but there's no tuition. I want them to go to college. She wants her kids to get an education first before modeling. Kimora was supposed to take them. to raise them better than him. They fell out right after her death. She's saying mine, but I'm not putting that in my words. I'm tired, so I'm going against him. She mentions Lloyd Harvey, but I'm not going to go into that deeper. That girl wants to be my son's mother. She's too old for him. She's going to trap him with the baby and be abused by him soon too. Emotionally or physically. She's saying both. He's just like his father, but he's trying to fight it. Puffy will lose a lot of money. So much money. He's going to put out fake stories in the media about still being a billionaire. When really my kids are working. He will be exposed. It has to happen. There's more conflict coming. She keeps repeating June, June, June. So something is going to happen, come out in June. But more stuff is going to happen before that. So she's very emotional. This is what I got, guys. This was the Diddy and Cassie reading. And the last thing she says is we are going to stop him. So, I hope you guys like this reading. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and peace.